Hey, hot mamas. Welcome to Crazy Sexy Menopause. Hey, yay! Woo! I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. Now, should I start over from the beginning, or should I just keep on where I left off? Where did you miss me? What happened? I have no idea what happened. Thank you so much, Mariette. Thank you. You are the trooper. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you. Definitely. You know what? I'm just going to start. Let me start from the benefits and, the benefits and kind of the limitations of juice fasting. How about that? Oh, okay. Just before the mind blown audio got cut off. Okay. That blew my mind. Okay, so I'm not using that one again. So I'm going to talk about, Angelo was saying that he lost 50 pounds on a juice fast, and Ellie was saying that yes, that blew the whole audio. It did. Oh my gosh. That was crazy, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start from the limitations of juice fasting. So it's not suitable for everyone, and it cannot be appropriate for pregnant women and breastfeeding women because of the lack of nutrients. You want to be able to have enough nutrients not only for yourself but for your baby as well. And the same goes true if you're breastfeeding. So you really don't want to juice during breastfeeding or pregnancy. I know I did not. So and also, if you're taking any kind of specific medications, you don't want to disrupt that unless, of course, you have talked to your primary care physician or your naturopathic physician or a nutritionist to determine what your nutrients are and to determine what the level of medications and the adjustments that may need to be made while you're on medication. And also, if you are diabetic, by doing the juice fasting, that can disrupt your levels. So you want to definitely be aware of these things when you are embarking on a fasting protocol. And also, juice fasting alone, as I said it before, but y'all didn't hear me. Anyway, while it's true that fasting can lead to weight loss, it's not sustainable unless you break the fast properly. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And definitely how to keep the weight off is, you have to just kind of improve everything. You have to change everything. And you know what? That's a whole nother video. But anyway, preparing for a juice fast is what I want to focus on now. And what do you do first? So there are 4 things that you need to do before you start a juice fast. And the first thing is to consult your healthcare provider before starting a juice fast. especially if you have existing health conditions or you're pregnant. Well, you just don't even want to do it if you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding. You just don't even want to do it. But to consult your physician if you want to embark on a juice fast and you have some health concerns. Number 2 is choose the right time for your fast. You want to have a period of time where you can commit to the fast without major social or work-related obligations. So if you want to do it for 2 days or 3 days, you want to plan for that. You want to be able to, you want to plan for it because you don't know, if you've never fasted before, you don't know how your body is going to react. So you might have low energy at first, and then you want to prepare for that. So if you're working on a high pressure job or you have a high pressure position and a day, well, not necessarily a day, but maybe 3 days in, your energy begins to wane, and you have a high pressure position, that does not bode well. Now, for a longer periods of time, my experience has been I've had a boost of energy after about 5 days. But like I said, you want to definitely speak with someone, or if you're going to embark upon a juice fast for a longer period of time, you want to have some kind of supervision. If you get tired, one of the reasons is you want to have an opportunity to rest. You want to be able to move forward, and being able to relax when you can, because your body is resting, your digestive system is resting. You want to be in concert with your body, so you rest as well. Number 3, you want to stock up on quality produce. So when I say quality produce, you want to have organic vegetables. You want to you don't want to have GMO vegetables and fruits that you're consuming, and you want to have a wide variety of these foods. And I also want to say that I've heard people say, well, I don't like carrots, or I don't like this vegetable, or I don't like that fruit. Well, the interesting thing about fasting is that a fruit or a vegetable that you may not like in its whole form tastes really good in its juice form. And so keep an open mind when you are looking at vegetables and fruits to juice. Number 4, invest in a good juicer. You want to get the most from your juice, and there are centrifugal juicers and there are masticating juicers. And the masticating juicers are the ones where you get the most juice out of your vegetable, and so there are pros and cons to each one, and that's another video. But you want to have a reliable juicer that efficiently extracts the juice from the vegetables and the fruits that you have. And if you're interested, I can include some of my favorite choices and some of the ones that I know that have gotten really good reviews. I'll put them in the description. Now, how to conduct yourself during the fast? Well, you want to ease into it. And by easing into it, I mean you want to start eating salads first. So you want to eliminate all the cooked foods and the processed foods, any kind of packaged foods. You want to eat as naturally as possible. Foods from the earth. So fruits and vegetables in the form of salads. You don't want to consume it in soups or anything like that. If you have a soup, you want the liquid, not the actual vegetable that's in the soup. Another thing is that the more fruits and vegetables and smoothies that you consume help to prepare your body for what is to come. And so at this particular time, you can consume smoothies along with the juices. So you're preparing your body. And these types of foods, because fruits are natural laxatives, they run through your body. Vegetables are fibrous, and they're like little claws that eat at your colon, grabbing all of the waste from around your colon. And then the smoothies and water help to flush it all out of your system. So that, which brings me to the second thing that you want to do, is to stay hydrated. So along with these juices, you want to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Our bodies are over 60-70% water, so you want to stay hydrated and keep flushing your system, so you're removing all of the waste from your colon. And you want to consume spring water or distilled water, but definitely not tap water. Number 3 is to incorporate a variety of juices. And this goes back to what I said before. If you don't like a fruit or a vegetable in its holistic form, or in its holistic form, then you may just like it in its juice form. So keep an open mind and eat a wide range of fruits and vegetables that are juiceable. Now, bananas, if you like bananas, that's fine, but bananas do not juice. So forget about those. And you want to not mix your fruits and your vegetables. You want to drink your fruits first, because they are the natural laxatives, as I said, and they will help to prepare your colon for the vegetables that contain all of the nutrients that your body needs to extract all of the waste from your colon. And number 4, you want to listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel during a fast. If you experience adverse effects like dizziness or extreme fatigue, or which typically happens on a prolonged fast, sometimes 3 days in, 4 days in, then you want to consider maybe ending the fast and starting it again, or talking to a healthcare professional if you are under their care. But typically, if you're doing a fast for 2 days or 3 days, you won't necessarily feel those effects. And what I have learned is that the saying, weeping may endure for a night, oh, but joy comes in the morning, or it's darkest before the dawn. It's the same thing with fasting. So you're going to feel a little bad before you feel great. And the reason is because your body is healing itself. It is cleansing itself. And if you've ever had food poisoning, it does not feel great, but what is happening is that your body has recognized a poison in your system, and it is doing the work that is necessary to remove that toxin from your body. And that is the same thing with fasting. So now now that you are into the fast, you have prepared yourself, you know what to do while you're in the fast. Now we've come to ending the fast. And how you end the fast is just as important as how you start the fast, because and a lot of times when people gain all of the weight back and more after a fast is because they didn't end it properly. And so once you have nourished your body from all of the goodness that you've received from the juicing, you want to keep that going. And so you want to continue to give your digestive system the break, but reintroducing those solid foods, you want to do that gradually. And this transition period helps your body to adapt to the changes and to prevent any potential discomfort. And so there's some of the tips or some of the steps that you want to take to end the fast is to gradually reintroduce solid foods. And you want to do that by starting with, again, solid fruit, whole fruit, raw fruit for a couple of days, depending upon how long your fast is. So if it's only 2 or 3 days, you may want to reintroduce raw fruits on day 1 of your refeed, and then day 2, if you're doing a 2-day fast, then on the day 2 you reintroduce raw vegetables, and then you want to reintroduce, say, soups. So again, with the soups, you very, very light. You're drinking the broth. You're not eating the vegetables, because all of the nutrients from the vegetables in the soup is in the broth. So you want to drink that as opposed to eating the vegetables. And then, a few days, you can do that for a few days, and then you can begin to eat cooked foods, and you want to reintroduce them gradually. So reintroducing cooked fruits and vegetables. Later down the line is nuts and seeds, because they're heavy on the digestive system. Later down the line with the nuts and seeds, if you're a meat eater, you want to gradually reintroduce meat, but be wary. You want to try to avoid like heavy, greasy processed foods during this phase. And then once you have reintroduced these foods one at a time, you want to pay attention to what's going on with your body. So if you introduce, let's say, a bread, after you've introduced your fruits and your vegetables and your cooked foods, and maybe even meat. When you introduce meat, you want to see how your body reacts to that meat. If you're going to add bread in, see how your body reacts to the bread. And you want to take it 2 or 3 days at a time, because that is the amount of time it takes for your body to react to these particular foods. So you want to see how your body is reacting. If you are, and especially if you're menopausal, you want to make sure that your body is fine. If you're having some kind of sensitivity or some kind of allergic reaction or bloating or anything like that, that may be your body saying, okay, you know what? You ate this before, but it's not working for you now. So you might want to think in terms of not reintroducing that particular food back into your system. Now, Lastly, you want to chew your foods thoroughly. Chew your food slowly and chew it until it's like liquid in your mouth. And because chewing is the first step to digestion. And by breaking your food down properly, it's easier for your body to absorb these nutrients and to avoid this discomfort and bloating. Now, you also want to, I remind you, you want to continue to stay hydrated. This is so essential because as you were drinking and flushing during the juicing process, you want to continue that. You want to continue that after you started the refeeding and you reintroducing these solid foods into your body, because it's going to continue to help flushing. Everything that goes into the mouth must come through the anus, so you don't want foods to sit in your stomach and ferment and then cause constipation or bloating or something else. And then we want to avoid processed foods and sugar. And as tempting as it is to reintroduce these things, if you are overweight or you've had some kind of issue with your digestion or your metabolism or your body in general, 9 times out of 10, it's probably caused by a processed food. So once you have cleaned your system, why would you want to contaminate it again with something that's processed, or something that is genetically modified, or something that has a pesticide in it? So think on these things before you reintroduce these foods or these substances into your body. And then also again, you want to continue listening to your body. You want to pay attention to how it responds to the foods that you're re-entering into your system during this transition. Your body signals to you what is going to work and what is not for you at this particular time. So you want to be mindful of any discomfort, any bloating, any digestive issues, and then just adjust your diet accordingly. Be mindful of what you're consuming, because these foods are helping you to give you life. Live foods bring life. And so in terms of, on the flip side of looking at the foods and how they make you feel in terms of bloating or digestion or gas or whatever, you also want to make sure that you're looking at which foods make you feel light and energetic and eat more of them. So those are some of the things that you want to be aware of during your fasting period. And Angelo is asking, does juice fasting then have a laxative effect? Absolutely, especially fruit juices. Fruit juices are natural laxatives that your body consumes, that your body needs. And for me, watermelon completely flushes. I absolutely love watermelon. And so if I want to, yes, there are teas that you can consume, but I love to focus on the foods that come from the earth. And herbs really are, I'm not going to say that, but herbs are helpful, definitely, for their laxative properties, but you also want to consume foods that have the laxative properties, but they're also going to provide you with nutrients as well. So, any other questions? Thank you for that comment or that question, Angelo. So I just want to say there are so many, many wonderful, wonderful benefits to juice fasting if it's done correctly. And you want to look at you want to look at fasting as a whole as an opportunity to cleanse not only your body, but your mind as well. So while you're fasting, you want to read positive literature. You want to turn off your electronic devices and only watch television shows or information or something on your devices that feed your spirit. You want to keep a journal and write down your thoughts and your feelings during this particular time. Write down what's going on with your body so that you have a document to come back to with regard to how you were feeling during the fast. What foods make you feel energetic and light, or what foods bring you down. And so thank you, Marianne. You're saying this is lots of great information. I appreciate you, and I definitely appreciate you being here, sticking with me, both you and Angelo. And I just want to, hopefully this has given you a different perspective on juice fasting and fasting as a whole, because there's a lot of information online that is adverse to what I'm sharing now, because there is not a lot of documentation or a lot of studies that are proving the benefits of fasting. But what I want to share with you is that I have been fasting periodically for 40 years. And whenever I go to a doctor, whenever I go to my primary care physician, I never have any kind of issues. My nutrient levels are always above average or in the normal range. I am not on any kind of medication, nor have I ever been on any kind of medication. And so I am talking to you about the benefits of juice fasting that has helped me. As I shared before, I have juiced all kinds of ways. And so I know the benefits of juicing and of fasting in particular, and fasting as a whole and juicing in particular. So just know that it is possible. Be informed. And yes, Angelo, the only time I've ever had a problem fasting when I ended one incorrectly. Not fun. And that is true. That is absolutely true. And he's also said journaling is key for future fasting efforts. Absolutely. Because we want this information. We need this information. If you are, and especially as we age, we can't remember everything. So when we're talking about the benefits of journaling, is you may think, okay, was it the beans? Or was it the carrots that, or was it the broccoli that gave me gas? So it's these types of things that you want to write down. You want to keep a log of what it is that is helping you, the focus, keeping the focus on what is benefiting your body. And, gas is not it's not a bad thing. I know for a fact that each one of us should be passing gas at least 14 times a day, either through the mouth or the other end. So, and that is another video. So, hopefully I've given you a different perspective on fasting, and thank you so much for hanging with me and staying with me today. And I just want you to always remember, it's your life. Live it well.